Chapter 12. To think of the craft possessing something as crude as a cannon or a missile battery was like expecting a hurricane to carry a switchblade. The ship had been largely dormant since the last would-be thief had boarded and subsequently lost his mind, but it was never truly defenseless. It operated under the terrifying umbrella of infinite zero-point energy. It didn't need to fire a weapon. It was the weapon. It simply rearranged the local reality of the threat until the threat ceased to be biology and became instead a smear of disorganized physics. It had purged the previous intruders with the careless efficiency of a body sweating out a fever. To the ship's ancient quantum-entangled consciousness, the arrogant military men and the frantic human scientists had all carried the subtle psychic stench of the Reptilian who ran the base. They were the proxies, tainted by the Overlord's ambition, and the ship had dismantled them without a second thought. But the deepest secret of Sector 4, one that would have made Director Scalia tear off his human skin in sheer screaming frustration, was that the ship had never actually been caught. The military brass thought they had baited a brilliant trap with their radioactive flare in the upper atmosphere. They were children playing with matches in front of a wildfire. The ship hadn't been snared, it had merely parked. It had been dispatched by the Greater Ancient Intelligence Network to investigate the very radiation spike the humans had used as a law. And more importantly, it had been given a secondary deep-time directive. Allow yourself to be contained, wait in the dark, wait for the Atlas passenger. Now sensing the new biological presence in its sanctum, the ancient mind behind the vicious walls surged. The geometric panel burned a lethal, punishing red. The ship was preparing a stronger, phasing pulse, a concentrated wave of ontological shock designed to fold this new intruder's consciousness into a bloody origami swan, completely ridding itself of the pest. The invisible wave swept outward, but as the pulse hit Arthur, the echo bouncing back to the ship's sensor array abruptly changed. The wave struck the thick, resinous oil dripping down Arthur's face and saturating his hair. The profound botanical compounds, the complex heavy terpenes, and sacred phytocannabinoids, singing at a specific ancient frequency, acted as a neural, dielectric grease. It insulated Arthur's fragile mammalian nervous system, altering his biological resonance. The ship's deep-time consciousness paused. The echo wasn't bouncing back with the chaotic, terrified static of a human mind, nor the cold, calculating void of a reptilian proxy. The organic coating had shifted the frequency. The biological form was suddenly registering as neurologically compatible. The wetware was ready to synchronize. The violent, swirling red geometry on the control panel halted its aggressive spin. The color didn't just fade. It cooled, fracturing into a soothing, bioluminescent green and a soft, welcoming gold. The shrieking in Arthur's mind vanished, replaced by a low, harmonious thrum that vibrated in his chest. The machine's internal protocol shifted. The threat assessment was deleted. "Welcome," the ship whispered directly into his mind, the voice sounding like the rustle of dry leaves and the ringing of a crystal bell. "Welcome, passenger."